Midnight's Edge has a really good video going over how they believe that one of the reasons the media has treated Superman like they have over the past couple of months by just kind of putting stuff out there that really wasn't that big of a deal once you finally see the movie, like the monkey thing, trying to make that into a big deal when it really isn't in the movie. It's literally there for 2 seconds. Or some of the stuff politically about the movie, like this headline here, Superman isn't trying to be political. We just have real-life supervillains now. This review is more about this reporter's distaste towards Trump and Elon Musk than an actual review of the movie. It's literally, Crypto's a good boy. Lex Luthor, I bet he's really a combination of Trump and Elon Musk. And the dog's also great. That's the review. That's the review. Midnight's Edge thinks that all of this is happening because the media doesn't like David Zaslav. And it's a very interesting theory. But either way, there's a lot riding on this movie. James Gunn has said stupid shit for months now. And recently, that whole immigrant thing, that was dumb. That was really stupid. I think putting all of those out of context clips where Superman's really just mad and yelling all the time was a dumb thing to do. Because when you see the movie, it's like, okay. Because I didn't like any of those clips really either when they came out. Everything just about leading up to this movie, it made me think it was going to be shit. And then when you see the movie, it's not the deepest movie, but it's okay. It's fun. I had fun watching it. When you go back and think about some of the stuff, it doesn't make much sense, but I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. And that's a positive 6.5. Positive 6.5. It's not a masterpiece, but a good summer movie, sure. I had fun watching it. And I'm not going to lie about it. But leading up to this movie, I didn't like what I was seeing. This has happened 2 times. One was X-Men 97. That ended up being good. But a lot of the shit leading up to it, didn't like what I was hearing. Same with Superman. Fantastic Four. I don't even know if I'm going to watch that movie, to be honest. Superman, I decided to give a chance and ended up liking it. But I do think that James Gunn and a lot of the decisions behind this movie's marketing and the way the actors have talked, like when they were talking about MAGA and stuff on the red carpet, I think that stuff might hurt the box office. We'll end up seeing. Now, the box office is all over the place. How high can Superman fly? James Gunn's comic book reboot eyes $130 million domestic. And then they're saying like $100 million internationally, which would give it $230 million. That's not good. I mean, that's great for an opening weekend, sure, but I think they would like to see more for that. Now, where I think this movie could end up rebounding is with legs. I think this movie could have legs. We'll see. Guardians of the Galaxy had a pretty soft box office opening weekend, but it had legs, and that's what ended up making it money. Also, merchandise is going to be really big for this movie. James Gunn came out and said it's nonsense that Super needs to make $700 million to be successful. It's partially, well, it's true and it's not. It could make $500 million and be successful if the toys sell. Remember Godzilla, King of Monsters? That movie tanked at the box office. But you know what saved that movie? Is damn kaiju toys. Kids loved them. So they made more, and it worked out for them. Godzilla vs. Kong was huge. It probably sold toys. If crypto is successful and a bunch of crypto shit sells, that will help this movie. But I do think a lot of the stuff leading up to this movie might hurt this box office. And it's true. Like, that Variety article, which took a bunch of shit from the Times of London, was really bad. But there's still things that James Gunn had said, and it definitely doesn't help this movie, especially right now with all of the ICE and immigration stuff going on and the illegal deportations, but the deportation of illegals. It's a very hot time. You got to keep in mind, half of America supports it, and then the other half hates it. So you're throwing this movie into a hot topic that's very polarizing. You're going to polarize the movie. And after seeing it, it's really not the theme of the movie. I don't understand why he decided to make those comments. But doing that right before the movie came out, that was incredibly stupid. Incredibly stupid. Saying that it's going to hit different in red and blue states and all of this shit. Like, why even say that? Because it's hard to get people to go to the theaters in general anymore. So you're just giving people excuses not to go see it. And Dean Cain said something similar during an interview that he did with TMZ. Ex-Superman Dean Cain says James Gunn made a mistake calling Superman an immigrant, and it's going to hurt the box office. How woke is he going to make this character? Now, I don't think Dean has seen it yet. He's not. He's not woke in it. That's why it's stupid that they did this. Now, the biggest complaint that I agree with is he says, dropping truth, justice, in the American way was dumb. And it is dumb. This is why I laughed about that Babylon Bee article the other day, because it's like, in a lot of ways, Superman is the perfect immigrant. He assimilates and he's fighting crime. He does good for the country. He's a positive, a strong positive. It's immigrant friendly to say truth, justice in the American way. Isn't that why they want to come here? So stupid. It's one of the greatest countries in the world because we used to have great values. So much, not so much anymore. Well, at least half the country somewhat does. So let's take a look at some of the stuff he said. It's all on TMZ, and they copyright claim a lot. So I'm just going to read what he said here. We're going to go over some of it. Superman has always stood for truth, justice, and the American way, and the American way is immigrant-friendly, tremendously immigrant-friendly. Cain continued, but there are rules. You can't come in saying, I want to get rid of all the rules in America because I want it to be more like Somalia. Well, that doesn't work because you had to leave Somalia to come here. There have to be limits because we can't have everybody in the United States. We can't have everybody. Society will fail. So there has to be limits. And he's right. When Gunn said that Superman is an immigrant that came from other places and populated the country, MAGA supporters and conservative pundits were quick to react by saying they would skip the movie. Fox News branded the film super woke as network host Jesse Waters wisecracked. You know what it says on his cape? MS-13. I saw this pretty funny, but it's not super woke. That's why it was so dumb to say the things that they did. Turn this into some kind of... They started a conversation that never would have happened if they had just kept quiet. Because it's not... The theme isn't about people coming to America and him protecting them or something because they're illegal. Because nobody's illegal. Shall we just welcome General Zod in with open arms, by the way? I mean, come on. It was so dumb to do what James Gunn did. Because now you've pissed off a shitload of people. it would be nice if you could get them to come see your movie, I would imagine. And people are so fed up with shit. Number one, people are really fed up with superhero shit. Marvel has really done damage to this movie just by making the garbage that they've made. It's turned people off because people just assume a superhero movie is just going to be mediocre slop shit. If it's not even woke. It could be woke on top of that. We don't go to the movie theater to be lectured to and to have somebody throw their ideology onto us, Kellyanne Conway added about the movie. 100%. And that's not in this movie, which is why it's so baffling to me that they did what they did with this. Like, there's controversies surrounding this movie that didn't need to be there. Now, it is very obvious watching it that James Gunn 100% inserted his social media experiences into this movie, which I was worried about and a lot of other people were worried about, but it ended up working out fine. I think the people that are really going to hate it, though, are the Snyder people. I do feel like he was kind of talking about them and basically saying that they need to get offline. But to be fair, Snyder people can do some pretty crazy shit sometimes. They really can. There's some good ones out there, though, too. I don't want to paint a broad brush. But some of you guys can be pretty rabid. Can be pretty rabid sometimes. I mean, for one, even if this movie tanks, they're not gonna bring back Zack Snyder. I'm sorry to tell you, this is not gonna happen. Not enough people supported the Snyder Cut. If that Snyder Cut had been a massive, huge smash success, they probably would have brought him back. That was your shot. And honestly, I like the tone of this movie better than Man of Steel, and I know that's controversial, but I did not like Man of Steel very much. I did not like the Snyderverse very much. So, I mean, and that's just a personal opinion. If you like it, that's fine. You don't even have to like this movie. So, Cain told TMZ, I think, bringing Superman into it, I think that was a mistake by James Gunn to say it's an immigrant thing, and I think it's going to hurt the numbers on the movie. I was excited for the film. I'm excited to see what it is. I'm rooting for it to be a success, but I don't like that last political comment, 100%. Now you've got a Superman actor, a good one too. Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman is a great show. Dean Cain is he understands Superman. He was Superman, and he was a great Superman. Who, by the way, is like half Asian, and nobody gave a shit. So, it's unfortunate that he put his own foot in his mouth on this. And I 100% agree. I do think that this might affect the box office. Now, we'll see. You know, I have a whole weekend of things to change and happen, and I do think that the good word of mouth will help this movie. We'll see. That's why I kind of think the early access gamble will work in its favor. Because people will go and see the movie and say, well, yeah, this is bullshit. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, and I don't. A lot of the cast got baited by that Variety reporter, the one that's like always asking people if their movie is the gayest thing ever. Like, if you see that dude at a red carpet, you need to run your ass off away from him. Guy just tries to bait you, and not all of them can handle that very well. Sometimes they'll lean into it, and then, you know, sometimes they'll be like the cast of Superman and say a bunch of dumb shit and get people thinking that this movie is some kind of allegory on Superman fighting ice or something, which is not what the movie is. But if it ends up hurting the box office, that's on them. It's just a movie, man, and I like it. But either way, if it fails or does good, it don't make too much of a difference to me. I'm going to cover it either way. But It's just wild to me. This movie has 2 weeks to itself. It's not super woke. It's not really woke at all. I think the one thing you could say is, okay, well, Perry White's black in it. I mean, he was black in the Snyderverse too. Other than that, it's a fine movie. Jimmy Olsen is surprisingly Jimmy Olsen in this. He's got chicks. Chicks are sexy. It's something we haven't seen very much of lately. And it's wild that they all put their own foots up their own asses, or excuse me, their head up their own asses when this came out, and kind of probably hurt the box office. We'll see. It starts today, so we'll get some real estimates sometime tomorrow on what they think this is going to do. All right, we'll see. So if you would, please comment. What do you think this movie is going to do at the box office? Give me your thoughts. Also, if you would, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, throw a like up and share the video. Hit that notification bell and check out my comic book. There's a link in the description. Got a fun, action-packed, 60-plus page comic. The campaign for this ends July 26th, so time is running out to pre-order this. And if you do check it out, I think when you get it, you're going to like it a lot. It's a fun book. All we're trying to do is just tell a fun, action-packed, entertaining story. We've got 4 beautiful covers here that you can check out. Cover A, Cover B, Cover C, and Cover D, which is only $17, by the way, which I think is a great deal. So if you just want to check the book out, it's $17. We also have a supplemental book, The Ash Can. That's only $6. So we're not trying to break your bank. We're just trying to entertain you, which I think is what Superman tried to do. Instead, they decided to say all kinds of wild stuff, and then maybe it'll hurt the movie. We'll see. Either way, we're going to talk about it. So let me know, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
The year is 1945. World War II rages from the halls of Buckingham Palace to the shores of the Nile River. Even now, the clash between freedom and tyranny is about to boil over. Somewhere in North Africa, 2 American flyboys are soaring high on a reconnaissance mission, searching for clues to a peculiar new obsession with the occult gripping the Nazi high command.